Good morning from the Hilo side of the island. Can you hear that? That's some serious rain, flash flood warning and everything. It's supposed to be like that both days that we're here. This is a little bit of the property. There's not a lot to it. But we're not the only ones in Hilo for this wonderful rainstorm. That whole huge cruise ship is here, and everybody else is here to enjoy the weather with us. The wind has died down. It was really bad a couple hours ago. Went with some Expedia reviews on the hotel that we picked, and I'm just gonna say it wasn't the best choice. We slept. I slept. I don't know if Clancy did, but there's no air conditioning. There's fans, which are helpful, but only helpful if you sleep with the door open, which isn't ideal. Not sure that it feels completely safe, but it's way too hot to sleep with the doors closed. So there's only one option. It's chances of flash floods everywhere, so we're kind of trying to figure out what to do. There are waterfalls that we were planning on going and seeing, a couple of hikes we wanted to do. Plus we want to do Volcano National Park, and it's also flash flood warning up there. We're wondering if it might be raining a little bit less as we go up higher. So we're getting ready for the day anyway, and we're going to just at least get in the car, drive, try to figure out what to do with our day. It's not cold, like as you can see, tank top, shorts. It's cooler for sure, but it's not cold, but it might be up on the top. And the funny thing is that there's actual snow warnings up high on some of the high passes, so it is kind of funny to see that when you're here. It's just a weird combination for us. Still raining, but we're out for adventures anyway. These banyan trees were each planted by some sort of celebrity, and apparently they have little plaques on them that tell you who they were planted by. And there's a walkway out here that is supposed to be fun to do. Oh, this is a road. There's Coconut Island over that way that you walk out to.
Looks like a Japanese garden.
We'll see if it slows down enough to be able to really enjoy things, but this is fun.
The banyan trees are a couple hundred years old. Look, I think it's under a little bit of water.
I think so.
You can't walk out there right now.
No, I think that maybe today isn't a good day for that. Credit cards. Oh man, I had cash out.
Your river of lava is to be in touch with the planet's pulsating life, its energy and spirit.
The visitor center is full of information about the area, different wildlife. We just watched the movie on how Hawaii came to be. And now we're just checking out the visitor center before we head outside to see the crater. This one shows you the different bird calls. If you push the button, you can hear the sounds that the birds make. And they're in there. You just have to find them. Headed over to Volcano House because they're supposed to have a really good view. There are tour buses coming in like crazy. And as you can see, it's still wet. We were just having the discussion of whether to wear sandals because your feet are going to get drenched, or wear socks and shoes that are sopping wet. I don't know. But I do know that I need to put something warmer on because this is cold. We found our penny machine. Choices. Our penny's getting pressed. Hopefully we get the right one and not half of two different ones. We'll have half a volcano and half a Hawaii.
We get it right in the middle of the walk.
Clancy's workout for the day.
Oh, we got a volcano.
We got a volcano. Okay. This is really cool in here. This is Volcano House. And the reason we're here is for that view that's just out there.
The gift shops up here are pretty impressive. The visitor center had one, and now Volcano House has two actually. So look at these. They're like lava print. Kind of gotta watch where we step because it's a little bit wet.
There's steam coming off all over the place.
So there's a crater over there. We found a trail to hike, no idea where it goes. Okay, this is the situation right now. Sopping wet sandals. But again, back to the debate of wet runners or wet sandals. What is better? You're so wet. Clancy gave up and started just walking through the puddles, which cracks me up because that's so not him. I'm not sure we're having fun anymore, folks. We found a steam vent. It's really warm. I can't see anything. There it is.
Don't drop it.
Oh, what an adventure, you guys.
The holes on the other side where it's coming out.
It'd be one thing if it was just raining, but it actually felt like hail because it was hitting so hard. We're a little bit wet. But at this point, why change into pants that are dry? Because it would appear that this is what the day is about. I don't know. You walk along and then all of a sudden you hit another sulfur spot. There's a whole crack that goes back that way. And it's so warm. I'm not cold, are you?
I'm not cold, but my fingers
Fingers are cold. Rain jacket is not waterproof, Bailey. Thanks for the rain jacket. It's beautiful and it's keeping me mostly dry.
It's water resistant.
It's water resistant.
It wasn't made for underwater.
This is pretty much underwater. My left elbow is sopping wet. Okay. The perk to doing this trail though is that there is some coverage and the wind isn't nearly as bad back in here. We're hiking all this way to smell sulfur. That's what we're doing, guys. Smells like sulfur. There isn't a dry spot on Clancy's shorts. Cool. Ew. It's a nice day for a walk, they say. A very wet one. Even under this coverage, it's still very wet. Her shirt is dry. My sleeves are wet. I tried to wring my shorts out before I got in the car. So wet. Kind of funny. I'm hoping there's not a hike that we're gonna wish that we had done. It's not that cold. You just keep going. Let's see what's next. This is like Kilauea Overlook. It's windy, so it kind of feels like you're down in the crater. You can see where it's buckled there. It's a great day for finding parking at Volcano National Park. We're going to the Overlook. Oh, the wind is just brutal. The wind is enough to actually make me cold now. I've been doing good. The only thing dry is the waistband on my shorts. All right. Everything's grown up so much you can barely see. This is Devastation Trail. And it is supposed to go to a spot where the road was taken out by the last eruption. It's kind of barren. Do not enter. Area closed.
So that down there looks like climbing up. What's it called?
Baru?
Baru.
Another crater. There are so many that I was reading the guidebook, so I wasn't able to read the sign. It started with a P. It's hard to imagine that underneath of that is red hot magma.
Magma.
Okay, the name of this one is Mauna Ulu, And you can see where it took the road out. We're both starting to suffer a little bit from having got volcanic rock in our sandals, and it's rubbing in them and it kind of sucks. So maybe running shoes would have been better, but it would have gotten those too because there's just no way to avoid all the water. This is supposed to be the eruption trail. It's only 0.1 miles. You gotta watch where you walk. I heard one of the parks people telling other people to be super careful because it's like falling on glass. There's volcanic hoodoos over there. These little caps. I think they might be lava mushrooms. The wind died down for a second here. Somebody went to the work of lining up all of these different chunks of lava, and it is pretty cool because you can see all the different colors and textures that you get. Being down here makes it way more believable that you're in a volcano. All of this is very, very crazy. It's like little drippy caverns. Look at them just dripping in there. And little tubes and tunnels and everything. It's so porous that the water just drips right through it. It's really cool. And just dripping from everywhere because I think the water just goes right through it, honestly. It's just crazy.